Horizon Hobby thinking outside the box. They're bringing us a plane that is tailored to somebody that's looking to upgrade from maybe like a carbon cub or something like that, or somebody like myself that flies, but I'm pretty bad at 3D, and I want to get more into that. This is the brand new Sportix 1.1 m. You guys know I love yellow planes, so I'm pretty excited for this thing. The design of it, it's kind of like a F3A, like a pattern plane, but it has like a sport twist to it, so I'm a big fan of that. Now, let me tell you about the motor. It's got a 1030 kV motor, 45 amp ESC, 10 by 5 prop. We should have decent power. They say we could run 3S 2200 to a 3200, same with 4S. So 4S 22 to 4S 32. So we're going to try both of those. I'll start with a 3S, then we'll go 4S, and we'll see what this thing can do. Now, setting it up, right? It's a small plane. Well, I won't say small. 1.1 m, though. It's a lot smaller than, you know, maybe the extra 330 or something, probably that's a little more capable 3D. But what I like that they did with this one, which I've never seen on one of their models, right? When you open it up, it's these little push style locks. So you twist like that, push the wing in, and it comes out. And it's also quick connect. The spar also has a place inside the fuselage, so you're never gonna forget your wing spar at home, which I've done before. You see that little hole in there. So your wings come off. That is all super easy. Big bay right here, so you can fit that big battery. You could also move it to adjust your CG, and you know, all metal servo. It's just a solid plane. I wish you guys could feel like how solid this thing is, but listen, if it looks good, hopefully it flies good. Let's get a battery in and let's see what it's about. Now for the first pack, I'm gonna go on the bigger side. I'm going 3200 3S smart battery, and I'm putting my CG kind of what I would think is nose heavy, because a plane like this, I like it a little nose heavy because it's always going to track a lot better. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. Now, I'm not expecting crazy performance. Whenever they say 3 or 4 is capable, you know right off the bat, like 4S is going to be way more powerful. Now also, guys, if this is your second plane ever, super easy to set up, which I'll show you on the screen. I already bound mine to the remote, but it has that new Spectrum update. So when you're binding it, the second you hit bind, it says there's a smart file available. You click yes, download, and this thing comes set up. You don't have to do anything. Now, they have their rates and stuff all set up to these switches, so you're just going to have to figure out how they have it set up. I think that's my, you see that? That's my aileron dual rate. I believe that's my elevator dual rate, and then your rudder dual rate is this one. But the remote's also talking to you. Now, I didn't do that. They do that. So it's cool they have that as an option. Now let's make sure all my rates are high. High rate. High rate. Alright, we're taxiing out. So I realized that I didn't bind mine with safe mode activated, which is fine for me. If you guys want to fly it with safe on, if it's your second plane, I definitely recommend it. But let's get this thing out. Nice scale takeoff on 3S. Now, that is me not touching the sticks at all. Needs a little bit of right aileron. Other than that, pretty solid. Let's go full power on 3S. Nice speed. Beautiful roll rate. So, yeah, I think, you know, if safe was on and this was your second plane, flying nice and easy like that, definitely would be fun to learn some aerobatics with. Guys, that yellow looks so good in the air. That was a slow roll, full roll. See, 3S doesn't have a lot of vertical power. I'm expecting a lot more with that 4S. But just feeling it out real quick. I'm liking it so far. It's very crisp. Pretty much kind of what I would expect from a F3A plane. But it actually flies similar to that extra 300. A knife edge is just fine. Even on 3S, yeah. Needs a little bit more speed, I would say, to hold that. I'm full throttle there, so yeah. All right, well, we have something to look forward to, right? As you're progressing, you swap out that 3S battery and you throw in that 4S pack. Now, a lot of you guys probably have 3S batteries, because if you ran, you know, the Carbon Cub or one of these planes, you probably have a lot of those 3S packs. What are those, rocks on the runway? So it's nice to be able to use them in this. Now you see it flies just fine on that 3S pack. I'm liking it. Very floaty. Now that's full power. Let's see how it climbs. Let's see when it stops. It will stall eventually. That's about all she wrote. All she wrote. What was that? Maybe 120 feet right there. Not a ton of vertical performance on that 3S pack, but still fun. Yeah, I like it. Let's bring it in, man. I'm ready to swap it. I want to see what it could do on the 4S. Let's get that 4S battery in it. That is throttle off. She just coasts. Let me land this way. Guys, I definitely like these things a little bit nose heavy. That's how I prefer to fly these planes. I'm not a big guy. Like, I don't like hovering that much. I much rather do like knife edges and stuff like that. And that's why I run my plane slightly nose heavy instead of tail heavy. If you are tail heavy, you're going to be able to do a lot of slow stuff a lot better, meaning like Harriers, inverted Harriers and stuff like that. But to me, none of that's really important. I will hover this with the 4S pack, and we'll try some inverted stuff as well. Now, I don't have a smart battery 4S in this size, so I'm running my SMC pack. It's the size of a 2400. So same thing, I'm just gonna push it a little further in the nose than you would think, and we should be good. Maybe right about there. Now, I'm not wasting any time. I'm going right into a vertical. Let's get this thing up. Much more power. Now this is where you'll say unlimited vertical. So 4S really wakes this thing up. See if we get a nice little flat spin. I think I need a little bit more elevator control to get a flat spin out of it. Now what's crazy is, and I'm going to show you guys when I land, even though I'm at 100% rates, I'm not at 100% mechanical throws, meaning I can adjust the servo arms to give me even more throw, which I think for the aileron that would be a little bit crazy, but for the rudder and the elevator it might benefit you a little bit to have a little more throw. Like if you're into the slow stuff and you want to do some flat spins, because the way it is right now, let's see again. Yeah, I don't have enough elevator. That's full elevator. I don't have enough elevator to bring it into a flat spin. Like I said, it's more of a pattern type plane. Just look how nice it knife edges. Let's bring it around this way. Give it a nose push. Switch that. Switch it back. Switch it back. And this is what I need to do. I need to practice my knife edges switching. I don't fly 3D nearly as much as I should. Let's bring it into a hover. It definitely has enough power. It has enough rudder. Just might not be able to do it as low because of that elevator. It needs a little more push, but there you go. It would benefit to have the ailerons working a little more. But remember, my CG is pushed a little bit further forward. So if I was a little more tail heavy, that would probably be a lot better of a hover. But for those of you 3D pilots that are really trying to hone your skills, this is definitely a good option. Good size, and plenty of power to power out of that. Now let's keep it inverted. Let's bring it around. No pitch change, even though I'm running a little nose heavy, which is nice. Got it trimmed out beautifully. Go Harrier. You know, I should really push that CG back just to show you guys, but every time I do that, I'm a wingtip guy. I stall and I end up smacking into the ground. So I guess I'll fly in my comfort zone. Let me not crash a brand new plane. See the wings tipping? That's that CG all the way forward. But guys, just a crisp plane. AS3X is tuned beautifully. 4S, ton of power. You're definitely not going to get bored of this one if you put this in your hangar. And I think it's a fair price. They're coming in, I think it's right around 270 bucks as that bind and fly model. On the 3200 pack, if you're not flying crazy, you're probably going to get like 8 minutes of flight, something like that. With the smaller pack, maybe around 5. It's not pulling a crazy amount of power. she's a fun one. Plenty of power to do the rudder turn. Sounds good too. You know, it's the 10x5 prop actually surprised me when I seen that, but it's powered nicely. Do a full speed pass right now for you. Definitely see the difference on the 4S. Just so crisp. Yeah, guys, they did a good job on this one. I think a lot of people that are trying to step into the 3D or the aerobatic world are definitely going to pick this up and find a lot of success with it. It's a simple one to fly. The only thing that I changed from their factory settings, like I said, I left everything at 100. I changed the expo. So they run like 5% expo, low rate, 10% high rate. Like, I'm getting old, man. So I'm running 30% on my ailerons. I think my rudder, I back out to like 25, but that's usually where I'm at. I'm usually at about 30%, 25 to 30% on all throws. And you know, I find decent success with that, in my flying style, that is. It's just so crisp. And I want to say it's pretty, from the feel of it, it's pretty forgiving. I think it's even more forgiving than the new Extra 300 that just came out. As it should be, I guess, right? It's a little bit smaller. Skinny fuselage, nice size wings. Stick it. And we're up. Yeah, so my first impressions, I like it. I definitely like it. I like that there's no guesswork to it. You know, you can literally charge a battery at your house, go to that local hobby store, buy this, and you'll be flying this thing in, I don't know, 3 minutes. That's how long it took for, you know, me to turn my remote on, plug the battery in, hit that bind button, and select download that file. Like, it all happened so fast. No guesswork, no nothing. Oh!
I had a feeling you were going to do that over there. Like, I thought just now, and I was like, wow, I thought he was going to crash, and then he crashed.
I was watching her.
Yeah, okay. What's that, 7 out of 7 planes this past week?
Don't ever take your eyes off the plane. My fault, partially, because I bring my dogs to the field. But, yeah, well, it looks like I need a new prop adapter, new prop, new nose cone. This will all kind of come back. Maybe I got a new fuselage. I do want to keep this one, so I am a little bummed out about that. But, let's see. Yeah, my battery's all right. The harsh reality of flying RC. It happens to the worst of us. I'm definitely on the top 3 worst pilots ever on YouTube. I own that title, though, by the way. Bummer, guys. Anyway, hey, look, if you're interested, it does fly good as long as you keep your eyes on it. It does have safe. I might have been able to save that if I had it programmed to a switch. Should have bound it with safe on, but it is what it is. I will fix this. I will be back in the air in no time. As always, appreciate you guys watching. Till next time.